Hey, welcome to the Wednesday Wake Up from the Jersey Shore. In this episode, I want to cover some of the news and some of the truths of what we've seen with the recent National Association of Realtor settlement and all the information that's being spewed out into mainstream media. Hey, Chip Watson, Jersey Shore real estate experts brokered by EXP Realty. If you're not a fan already, please follow us on social media, click and subscribe. We appreciate all the help. Let's cover some of the clickbait and headlines, salacious headlines that we've seen in the last couple of days since Friday's settlement, where the National Association of Realtors settled a claim from a seller who was grieving how the commissions were paid out in a sale of their property. Commissions have always been negotiable. They will still continue to be negotiable. What has changed in this settlement is that as agents, when we negotiate with the seller on what's going to be paid to the agents involved in that transaction, we used to advertise in our multiple listing service. That is no longer going to be the case come July. So what that means is a buyer's agent who is representing the buyer may not know what they would be compensated for in that transaction. So that is now going away. What that does mean is that buyer agency is going to be a written contract between a buyer and that agent. So in 1996, prior to that, anybody who bought property was represented by the broker who represented the seller. The Department of Justice decided, hey, this isn't really fair. It's not really helping the consumer. So let's create buyer agency. So many agents are buyer agents. They are fiduciary responsible for their clients and helping them buy that home. What's going to happen now is where that was an assumed relationship before, that's now going to be also a negotiated relationship with that buyer. So it's going to be very important as we go into the future and how things work. It's an accounting thing, okay? So when we work with buyers as agents, we're going to have to provide them with our value, show them what we can do to help them secure that house. So most people that are buying a home make a purchase maybe 3 times out of their life. This will probably be the biggest purchase of their life. For them to go in blind or have poor representation wouldn't make much sense. So again, the importance of buyer agency. Going forward, buyer agency will be a written agreement between the buyer and that agent and how that agent will be compensated going forward. It may be from the seller. It may be from the buyer. The people who are going to be most adversely affected by any of this settlement are going to be your veterans, because VA loans do not allow a buyer agency to be paid. And also a lot of our first-time buyers or folks that are just getting into the real estate market, because they may not have that extra money to then hire a representation for themselves or somebody that's going to guide them through a buying experience. I think what's really going to be a crux of the whole matter is that agents need to be very professional. Agents need to have experience. Agents need to be more than ever master at negotiations. Why? Because not only will you be negotiating what your value is for your buyers and your sellers, but you will also be negotiating on how you're going to pay and earn a living for your family. If I was hiring a buyer agent today, I would want to make sure that that agent was, number one, well-versed in the area that you're looking. It would make sense. I wouldn't want to hire a city agent to help me find a place at the beach and vice versa. I wouldn't want to find a place in the city shopping with a shore real estate agent. We just don't know the ins and outs, the nuances of where we want to be, what the market dynamics are, what's hot, what's a good value, what's not a good value. And then 2, again, negotiation skills. Has this agent done any deals before? How many times are they negotiating per month? How many times are they negotiating per year? If they've only done 1 year, is that going to be a very high skilled negotiator or a poor skilled negotiator? Now, don't get me wrong, they may have been negotiating other things throughout their life, but how many times have they negotiated a real estate and known every nuance and every inspection and everything that they need to cover to help make sure that their client is being covered in totality? So be careful with what you read out there. Not all headlines are true. When you read through the meat and potatoes of most headlines these days, there's a little bit of non-truth in a lot. But the reality is that commissions are always negotiable. They always have been. They always will continue to be. How we work, how the relationship goes forward will change from time to time. It's changed in my 20-year history. But the good thing is here at the Jersey Shore Real Estate Experts and EXP Realty, we're here to help you. If you have any questions regarding shore property or anywhere else in the world, reach out to us. We will put you in touch with the right professional to help you find what you need an answer to. And lastly, I want to cover recent news in the wrap with our high property values here at the Jersey Shore. We may see in the coming future new assessments. What's that mean for you as a property owner? Your tax assessed value may increase. Anytime when property values exceed where the assessed values are, it becomes commonplace that the cities need to reevaluate those assessments so that they can make sure that it's an equitable split for tax purposes. So based upon how much your property is worth is going to go against your local tax rate, and then thus you're going to get a tax bill in correlation to that assessed value. So you heard it here first, assessments are coming, be ready. There's not much more you can do about them. Let them into your house and tell them you have one less bedroom than you may. Thanks again for tuning in. Please like and subscribe. Look forward to seeing you soon.